Hey, what is going on? Welcome back to the channel. In this video, we're going to be taking a look at Glmr. I do want to say that I'm not a financial advisor. You should do your own research before investing money into crypto. If you haven't seen the previous update, make sure to watch that before watching this one. It's going to be in the top right hand corner of the video. We did meet our technical target that I set in the last update. So watch that so that you have more context. Also, I have two donation links down below in the description. If you want to support the Ukrainian refugees, go over to the official websites and donate if you want to do that. If not, that's fine. But regardless, thank you all for supporting the channel and my country. Now let's jump into the chart. So we are on the daily chart. I'm going to zoom in, or zoom out, I should say, because I want to show you the swing high and the swing low of the Fib retracement that I'm using. So that's the swing high, that's the swing low. Our technical target was the 1.618 over here, and we have landed on the second Fib level for a third consecutive time over here. We've done that once in June, once in July, and right now we're doing the exact same thing in August. And well, you never know, but this could potentially be the last pullback that we see before we eventually start recovering into the bear market. But we could still be in this crab market for the next couple of months. But I'm just saying that, as you can see, every time you enter this zone, you do have a move to the upside. So zooming in, you can see that we were in a rising wedge here, which was a bearish continuation pattern, because on the large scheme, or on the large picture, we are in a downtrend, and you did see this bearish pattern, and it ended up in a continuation of the trend. So we broke out of the pattern to the downside, and now we're continuing with the downtrend. So hopefully we do not lose this low at 54 cents. If that happens, that's going to be quite bearish, and we can set up a target from there. So we're going to use this swing high and this swing low, so basically the local high and the local swing low, to set ourselves some targets to the downside. So your immediate support below would be at 48.5 cents. That's something that you could target if you're waiting for those prices. You could set up some buy limit orders if you're trading on an exchange. You also have the 1.414 Fibonacci level here at 45 cents, and the 1.618 here below is at 41 cents. So that would be our technical target if we started dropping from here. And I'm going to be honest with you, if Bitcoin drops below $20,000, we retest $17,000, by all means, Glmr could see a large wick here to this area, and a very quick recovery from there, because that's what happens a lot of the times. You have these strong capitulations with altcoins, and then you have a quick recovery. So keep in mind all of these three extension levels. These will potentially be our targets if we end up dropping below this swing low. But generally speaking, we are in a very good buying opportunity right now, in a very good buy zone. Like I said, we have been here before in June. Once again in July, we even dipped here at the end of June once again. We did that once again at the beginning of August, towards the middle of August, and then we recovered a bit, and then we dropped back down. So essentially what happened is we capitulated in June, then we started creating this bearish pattern, and now we're coming back to where we came from, which is something that you do when you start reversing and you start creating some bullish patterns. So let's see what happens here. Maybe we have a little bit of a retracement to the upside. We create a double bottom pattern. We come back down lower, and that's going to be our double bottom bullish pattern that will send us off, towards our targets to the upside. But let's not get ahead of ourselves. Let's play it carefully. Let's play it safely. Dollar cost average when you can. Not a financial advice, but that's the best thing that you can do. That's what I'm doing. If you want to get my trade alerts, feel free to join me on Patreon. I do get a lot of requests for technical analysis in there as well. So I drop in my low cap gems, TA, video requests, sometimes market sentiment analysis. So a whole bunch of stuff is going to be in there. It's a good community of people, and if you want to support the channel, that's a great way to do so. But yeah, that's regarding the daily chart. Like I said, you would look at this upper buy zone here, or upper resistance level at this point, I should say, anywhere from 68 cents or 69 cents to be precise, all the way down to 66 cents. That is your resistance zone, which you can retest if you start a bounce from here. You come back up into the zone, you create a lower high, and you're going to come back down here, potentially going lower. So essentially you're creating a lower high. So this is something that I'm looking at. Obviously, if we went into the bull market in a couple of days, I wouldn't mind that. But on the other hand, I'm appreciating this time that we have in this crab market, because I'm accumulating good positions with altcoins that I like, and I think everyone should be doing that, because if you dollar cost average your way into your altcoins during a bear market, you're going to see some nice profits when the bull market gets to the peak. But you never know when the peak is, so make sure you have your sell targets in advance ready and set to go. Unless you're holding for the next 5-10 years, don't worry about that. Then we have our daily RSI here. So as you can see, we do have an ascending support trend line. So each time you bounced from this trend line, you saw a move to the upside. Potentially, we could see a bounce here coming all the way down to this blue trend line. And this would be your golden entry, because this would be in the oversold position. Because if you're below the index of 30 on the RSI, you're considered oversold. So that's a great entry. And every time you bounced from this blue trend line, you did see a move to the upside. And each time this move was stronger. So potentially, if we see another move, we could see even a bigger move to the upside. But no one knows if that's going to happen, like I said. But make sure to have your strategy planned out in advance. So you have a couple of targets to the upside. If you want more targets to the upside, then just lay a Fibonacci retracement out, and you can take a look at the golden ratio depending on which low and which swing high you take. But what we can do over here is we can take our presumably low of the bear market here, which is going to be at 54 cents, and let's presume that this is our low, and let's take that, and let's take that as our low, and let's take this swing high in April as the swing high of the February retracement. So we're going to be looking at $27 here for GLMR, if that's something possible. But to be honest with you, I do not think we're going to get to $27 at the peak of the next bull market, simply because of the fact we're getting a lot of coins dumped into the circulation on a monthly basis. So that is going to suppress the price a little bit, not a lot, but by a little bit it will. And more coins in circulation, which means the price is going to be it's going to be harder for the price to go up, which means it's going to need more money, right? If you want to pump the price, you're going to need more money because you have more coins in circulation. But still, you do have $11 here at 1.272, $16.50 at the 1.414, and $27 at the 1.618. Even if you get to the 1.272 from where we are right now, that is a tasty 2,000% gains. I think that's a very good deal in my opinion, especially if you're holding for the long term. These targets don't mean anything to you. You just believe in the project. That's great. Just buy off of support levels. But I want to switch over to the Binance website as well. So taking a look at Binance, this is the daily chart. You can see that we're bouncing off of the swing low that we have. We have a smaller Fibonacci retracement here. As you can see, this is our swing high and this is our swing low. We have the 1.618 target at $1.05 or 4.5. No, actually it's 5 cents, $1.05. So that is a major resistance level that you are going to run into, because this is where we landed back in May once we had the initial capitulation. And after that, we had a little bit of a recovery. We created an ascending triangle, but we managed to drop out of that one, even though it was a bullish pattern. And we created this first low in June, another one in July, and then another one here in August. So this is looking like a very, very good opportunity to buy, in my opinion. And if you want to swing trade down the line, then I would look at this very important key resistance area at $1.05, and that is the 1.618 as well. So there's a lot of confluence in this area. Now jumping into the daily stochastic. Now, as you can see, the stochastic is more for short to mid-term trading, but what we can do here is go to the settings and change the range, I think, or the length, I should say. So you can change that, let's say, to 28, and this will give you less signals, right? But the signals will be stronger, and you're going to have less false signals, which means that the stochastic RSI can be in the overbought. Meanwhile, the price has actually started dropping. So if you increase the length, you're going to have less false signals. And right now we are in the oversold based on the stochastic. As you can see, we're below the index of 20. When you're below the index of 20, you're considered oversold. So keep that in mind. And I do want to check out the daily MACD over here real quick. And as you can see, the MACD did print a bearish cross here August 13th. So this was your precursor. And right now you're going back below the histogram. So let's switch over to the weekly chart actually and see what's going on over there on the MACD. Actually, we don't have any data, yeah, because GLMR hasn't been on Binance for that long. It's been up since January. So yeah, not a lot of info on the weekly chart, but yeah, the daily chart, and actually we could check out the 3-day chart as well. That is going to have some nice, okay, yeah, not a lot of data, but as you can see on the 3-day chart, we're still approaching the oversold. So potentially, once you get here on the 3-day chart, that would be even a better buying opportunity. But like I said, based on the price action, this is a very good buying opportunity because we haven't gone below this price. If we do, you can always buy a bit more. Never buy all in at one price, obviously, because the price can always go lower. You never know what's going to happen. But that is pretty much it. If I missed anything out on the charts, please let me know down below in the comment section. Feel free to follow me on Twitter. Feel free to join me on Patreon. And thank you all for watching. Peace out.